Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44 looking sleepy as heck, but very much awake because we have a lot to talk about. Now, the NBA trade deadline just passed about 35 minutes ago. News is still trickling in. I was trying to give it a little time for more details to certain deals um, would come about, and I've gotten a few details, but some things are still unclear. So I'll probably make another video, maybe clarifying some things or even getting more news as it trickles in. But right now, I'm just going to give you what I have on my list, not in order of importance, so bear with me. We have the Kings receiving a guy by the name of Terrence Davis from the Toronto Raptors for 2 second rounders. I'm not familiar with that guy. We got JJ Redick and Trey Lyles are headed to Dallas in deals that I'm not quite clear about just yet, but Dallas gets some shooting at the shooting guard position, of course, with JJ, even though he's not playing very well. It gives Luka another option to pass the ball to, improves their shooting quite a bit. And Trey Lyles, who's a player who's been showing upside a lot lately for the San Antonio Spurs, they move on from him and send him to Dallas. The next trade that we're going to talk about here on my list is the Hornets are going to receive Brad Wanamaker. So they kind of get another point guard, a scoring point guard to throw in the mix. Kind of replace Lonzo Ball's role, I guess, even though that's going to be literally impossible. But not so much his role, but just his body. So they're going to throw another point guard in the mix, keep that rotation strong, and hopefully make a push for the playoffs. So we'll see. I don't know too much about Brad Wanamaker. I haven't heard really great things about his tenure in Golden State, but I remember him being a shot maker and a capable guy in Boston. So we'll see what he does in Charlotte. And here's a big one, a real one to speak about. Victor Oladipo is headed to the Miami Heat as he has requested. I don't know if he requested it necessarily, but it was very much understood that for many years he's been trying to get back to Florida as he started his career in Orlando. He is now going back to Miami, or should I say to Miami for the first time in a deal for Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk. So with that, I'm not really certain. I love the price tag in return. I think he's worth more than that, to be honest with you. Avery Bradley's a real nice player. The Lakers would love to have him back. I'm pretty sure he's a buyout candidate. I don't see the Rockets keeping him. Kelly Olynyk is a nice stretch five who's shown signs of life, but he's not a starter in my mind. But he'll be a nice player for the Houston Rockets. I don't know if he changes life for them. But what they were able to do right there was get something for Victor Oladipo and not let him walk, and also open up roster spots for some of their young guys to get more minutes. So ultimately, that's addition by subtraction. You got Marquise Chris going to the Spurs for a guy by the name of Katie Lelani. Not familiar with those guys. With Katie Lelani, I should say. And Marquise Chris is a player who, if I'm not mistaken, he's broke his leg, so I don't even know if he's going to be playing very much. So Golden State picks up a player that I guess is a prospect they're interested in from San Antonio. I don't know who the guy is. And the Spurs pick up Marquise Chris, and it's actually kind of shocking because the Spurs never make any deals on trade deadline day. But it seems like they were trying to get something done, and they did. So I don't know. The Spurs, to me, they have a nice young core, but they're just dropping the ball in certain areas. They should have probably traded. I don't know, Patty Mills, maybe trade a few of the other guys. Obviously, Aldridge is now going to be bought out. They get nothing for him. I'm thinking DeMar DeRozan, even, to be honest with you, they could have got some picks for him, maybe got a young player or two for him. So I just don't know if the Spurs are really as active as I may have wanted them to be if I were a fan. Put it like that. But they're the Spurs, so that's all I got to say about that. And Jeff Teague was actually added to a trade that I've already spoken about, the Evan Fournier trade, sending him to Boston. Teague, as well as 2 second-round picks, are going to be headed back to Orlando. And Teague will be waived and will be entering free agency, so pay attention to him. I could see maybe Chicago trying to get him since they didn't get Lonzo Ball, it seems, even though news is still trickling in. Doesn't look like Lonzo was going to be traded there, from what I understand. The Pelicans decided to keep him. Kyle Lowry, nothing happened there. The Lakers were not willing to trade THT, which I agree with. And the Heat were not willing to trade Tyler Hero, which I also agree with. Kyle Lowry is 35 today. Happy birthday, Kyle. You did not get traded. You are still with the team that you've made your own, man. I think that's a good thing. Ultimately, so now we watch out for the free agent pool that's going to be made about due to some buyout situations that are imminent. LaMarcus Aldridge and Drummond are the two biggest names that come to mind. Like I said, Jeff Teague is now part of that. And I think there's going to be some other names as well, maybe even some ones we don't expect. But some teams got better. I want to revisit right here the Victor Oladipo to Miami trade because I am intrigued by what they're going to do defensively there. It looks like they have loaded up on strong guards. When you talk about a Jimmy Butler, you talk about Victor Oladipo, right there, you still have Tyler Hero. You still have Goran Dragic. You still, they have a lot of talent. And to me, it just seems like Miami has had a bad road because of the COVID stuff, because of everything that has happened in regards to injuries. But Bam Adebayo is still in place. They got Precious Achiuwa, who's a young rookie that I think can be very, very dangerous. They just have a bunch of talent in a lot of different areas, and they didn't get any worse today, to be completely honest with you. They really didn't. So look out for Miami to be one of those teams that play their way through the Eastern Conference and ultimately make a playoffs because they're just too talented at this point. And you got to appreciate the fact that they didn't lose really anything but managed to get Victor Oladipo out of the situation. So, yeah, they were one of the big winners today in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what I got. For now, I'm sure other news will come in. A little disappointed the Lakers didn't make a move, but I am happy we didn't involve THT. Ultimately, we keep our depth. Even though we're struggling and we're probably going to lose the next 15 games, at the end of the day, the team that we have is built around the players that we are building around. And if we were to bring in pieces that just complement who we are right now to get us over the hump, maybe win us maybe 2 or 3 extra games, and then they come back to a team that's not built for them, that's not necessarily as cohesive as what they've been building all season long, you just don't want to play with that. You really don't want to make that mistake and ultimately ruin something that is ultimately still being built, which is chemistry on this team. So could we have gotten better? Yeah. But are we entirely surprised we didn't make any deals? No, because we know we were going to be buyout candidate buyers at this point, more so than trade deadline buyers. So would have been nice to do something small or maybe even something big, but we still have our depth. We're still in the running for Drummond, and other guys will be available that we'll have roster spots for, I'm sure. So thank you guys for watching. My name is BDF44, and I'm out.